Hey guys, how you doing here? Welcome back. So recently I started doing some research on fashion. I'm not a very fashionable kind of guy, but I am 40 years old now, and I guess have to, dress a bit more my age. I think I just kind of crossed that threshold, It's not, I can't wear these Transformers t-shirt anymore. I mean, it's not for a 40-year-old. Maybe it's okay when I'm like 34 or in my 20s or something like that, but certainly not when I'm 40 years old, I think. My kids love it, Transformers. My wife hates it, so just shows. Um, the type of clothes I'm wearing right now have to change. So I did go on to YouTube and do some research, and I was gonna show you a little clip here of what I found.
I'd style you in this black crewneck t-shirt with a pair of black sunglasses, brown wool trousers, throw on a nice watch, and finish with black Oxford dress shoes. Or I'd style you in these brown sunglasses, a navy cardigan with a white v-neck t-shirt, throw on some dark wash jeans, and finish with a pair of brown lace-up boots. And lastly, I'd style you in these brown sunglasses, brown suede bomber jacket worn with a white v-neck t-shirt, add a nice watch, and finish with some dark wash jeans cuffed at the bottom and white sneakers. So those are some of the different ways I.
And so that's the type of clothes that it's I guess is suitable for older men, I guess. Um, So I just thought, well, maybe that's just the American or Western style. Oh, let me check the what Chinese would look like for 40 years old or just men in general, no, older men around 30, 40. I want to be checking out 20-year-old fashion. So I went on Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok, to take a look. And let me show you some of the videos that I found.
OK OK，
搞错了，再来。
再见我的爱，I wanna say goodbye。再见我的过去，I want a new life。
Shake your body, get down, put your fuck.
轻蔑的话语说的那么伤人，却还为他留着一扇宽容的门。
So basically, that's the Chinese, the men's fashion. Tell me, do you see much of a difference? Because I couldn't. So one thing that's good for me because it's just simpleness and simple. I could just, I guess it's like for guys, it's a lot simpler. I don't know. But yeah, so that's in men in China, their fashion, the way they dress to look nice. It's quite similar to the ones you see in the West. So I gotta say, in China, I cannot possibly say this one, like even 20 years ago, um, Chinese people never they wear like t-shirts and suits and stuff like that, but it's not this nice. It's not what you call by the Western world like fashionable men wear. It was just very generic back then when I first went to Shanghai in 2000, yeah, 2001. Um, People just did not. Well, I didn't know how to dress myself either, but most people just did not know how to dress well. Um, but now you see younger generations, people born um, from the 1980s and after that, they know how to dress. They really know how to dress. And a lot of this came from the West. And again, I'm saying the American, the trailblazers coming into the Chinese market and really, how should I put this? Setting the trends, even for clothing. Before I talked about food, I talked about sport. Now I'm talking about fashion. The West, America, really did a phenomenal job in terms of setting the trend for fashion and the Chinese people adopting to the looks and what they considered good looking as well. Um, but on the flip side, I thought like, well, how about women? Um, and one thing that I really love, being a Chinese heritage myself, is qipao, the the long dress, and I just find it very sexy, very very attractive. And here I'm gonna show you some videos that I found on Douyin, and so that you guys get a chance to get an idea of what it looks like.
桃叶那肩上肩，柳叶它遮满了天。在气味的这个明阿公，细听我来言呐。
梨花香缠着 角掠过熙攘，浮桥如
So that's qipao right there, and I think you can agree. It looks very attractive. It makes one looks beautiful. Then I thought like, wow, only if we could have an like the West had an open mind like that to have um the the Western woman would want to wear. I mean, we've seen it a lot in movies. We saw I remember watching Spider-Man or some other movies, or even on the TV show Friends, where Rachel would wear a qipao, and it looks very very attractive. But it never really caught on. I was wonder why wouldn't it catch on. So actually I went on YouTube, and it's sad just to see when I went on YouTube, I saw a bunch of videos about, oh, could Western women wear qipao? Could or this girl that wore qipao, she got destroyed on Twitter or something like that. And it's just sad because it's just weird. Men wear suits. That's from the West. Nobody talks about that or dispute that. But once a Western woman wears qipao and makes her look very beautiful, and of course it did a little something like this, whatever, uh, they get slammed for that. So I just thought it was very sad. I mean, then so I couldn't find any Western woman wearing qipao, except for maybe like some celebrity ones. So I went online, went on Douyin to look for Western women wearing qipao, and here I'll just show some of the videos that I found, and I could say they look amazing. Here, you see it for yourself.
You never share your toys or communicate. I guess I'm just a play date to you.
So there it is, the Western woman wearing qipao, and through fashion, I think we could learn a lot from each other. Again, fashion has been going on for what, thousands of years. We could learn a lot about a culture, and not just Western woman wearing qipao. How about like Western woman wearing kimono, or Western woman wearing some other dresses from other ethnic backgrounds? I think it is a good way to learn from each other and then recreate a new fashion. I mean, we have a high-end brand by called Shanghai Tang, but I don't think it's a very popular brand in the West, but it's well known over here in China and Hong Kong, China, Asia. Uh, but I wish that in a way where China was opened up and then really able to embrace the Western fashion. Uh, I'm really hoping that the West can open up and take on the Eastern fashion as well. And from this, I think only good things could come from it. For example, new brands can be created, a new market can be created, new fashion, new looks, understanding between the cultures, and a whole lot more. Um, so that's just my thought on this. Let me know what you think about women wearing qipao, or even men wearing traditional Chinese clothes, or any other clothes from their tradition in the West, or just kind of mix it up. So please let me know, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for your time. Till next time, bye bye.